Welcome to the first episode of Holding It All. I'm Kobi Olive Pollock, and I'm so excited to have you here with me on this journey. This podcast is for the woman who wants to be it all, do it all, have it all, and hold it all. And I see you, and I'm here to remind you that you're not alone. I believe that when we listen to each other's stories, our journeys, our highs, and our lows, that we see a piece of ourselves reflected back. That's how we grow. That's how we move forward. And that's why I'm here to be that mirror for you. So I want to start by sharing a story with you today. This is the first episode, and so I want to tell you a little bit about me. There was a time in my life where I actually felt completely invisible. I'd spent years of giving everything to everyone else, my family, my job, my kids, my responsibilities, and those roles that we play, feeling like I should be grateful for all of these things and that I should just push through. But inside, I was screaming for something more, for someone to see me, to understand me, and to tell me that it was okay to actually want more out of life. And then one night, when I was at my lowest, when I was suicidal and thinking, what was the point in being here anymore? I saw a glimmer of hope. I was mindlessly scrolling through social media, distracting myself from the actual feelings that I was having, the thoughts that I was having, and the emotions. I felt empty, and I stumbled across a woman who was sharing her story. She wasn't famous, she wasn't perfect, but she was real. And she spoke about how she had struggled, how she'd felt lost and overwhelmed and stuck in a life that didn't fit her anymore. And yet there she was on the other side of that, living a life that felt free, full, and aligned. And I remember staring at her, and maybe at first there was a little bit of jealousy. And then there was something else that came up, something that I actually hadn't felt in a very long time. That was a little bit of hope, because for the first time, I saw myself in someone else. She wasn't different from me. She wasn't a superhuman or someone with extraordinary luck. She was a mum. She was a nurse. And she was a woman who had decided to believe in herself. And in that moment, something shifted in me. It didn't feel like a huge breakthrough at the time. Wasn't an overnight transformation. And though that little sliver of hope, that tiny little whisper inside my head that thought, if she can do it, then maybe I can do it as well. That quite literally saved my life. I had a plan in place to end my life, and it changed it all for me. And I truly believe that that's the power of seeing yourself in someone else. It's the mirror that shows you what could be. The reminder that you're actually not alone, and the invitation to step into a life that you truly want. That's why I became a mindset coach. That's why I'm creating this podcast, because I want to be that mirror for you and offer you that sliver of hope. For the working mum who's doing all the things, I was there reading all the books, listening to the audio books and the podcasts, maybe done a little course to better yourself, to be that version of the person that you want to be. And yet you don't feel like you're there. You know you're meant for more, yet you can't find what it is that you're looking for. And so I want this podcast to be that sliver of hope for you. The reminder that you're not alone. that the life that you dream of is not for someone else, it's actually for you. So week by week, episode by episode, belief by belief, we're going to get you there. Because if I could do that and turn my life around from wanting to end it all, then so can you. So who am I now that I've shared this personal story with you? My name is Kobi Olive Pollock. I'm 43 and I'm a mindset, wellness and empowerment coach. I'm a breathwork practitioner, hypnosis practitioner, neuro-linguistic programming master practitioner, a mum of 2 boys who are 8 and 10 years old, and a husband and registered nurse. And I know firsthand what burnout, overwhelm, and self-doubt feel like. I now work with working mums who are ready to step into their next level selves, to move out of the shadows and into the light. My journey, as you will hear about in these podcasts, has had its fair share of struggles since I was a child up until a few years ago. And I still have my daily struggles at times. It's been in those moments where I wasn't sure if I could hold it all that I saw a reflection of myself in someone else, giving me that sliver of hope. Because sometimes hope is enough to save someone's life. And that's why I do this work, because transformation actually happens one step at a time and one belief at a time. And I truly believe that if you can borrow belief from someone else until you're ready to see it yourself, that can change your life. And so this year I started something really special. It's called my I Believe 365 series. So every single day for 365 days, I'm sharing a belief that has helped to shape me, challenged me, or lifted me higher. And these are the things, our core beliefs, that if we change those limiting beliefs that are stopping us from achieving what we want, we can create that life that we want to live. And so my core belief that I want to share with you today is that I believe we are all the same. We're just different versions of each other. And that when we truly see that, we stop feeling alone in our struggles. We realize that our experiences, though unique and individual to each one of us, are also shared, and that can give us strength. Change doesn't happen overnight. It happens in those small, consistent steps that we take every single day. And so who is this podcast for? This podcast is for you, the working mum who is doing the work. Like I said, you've read the books, listened to the audiobooks or podcasts, maybe taken a course or two, and still feel you haven't quite stepped into that woman that you want to be. So if you're ready to step into that next level version of yourself, to finally claim your confidence, know who you are truly and what you want, and to break free from that overwhelm, that stress, that burnout, and embrace the life you deserve, this will be your space. A place where I share inspiration, tools, and real conversations, not just from me, but with other women as well, about how it is and what it means to be a woman that can hold it all. So during each episode, I'll bring you powerful conversations, deep mindset shifts, and practical tools to help you to move forwards. We'll be talking about mindset and self-worth, breath work and nervous system regulation, overcoming burnout and finding balance, feminine energy and spirituality, my journey throughout life, and how I have created my life. And I'll also be sharing parts of my I Believe 365 series journey along the way as well. I'm really honored and grateful to be with you here on this journey. And I'd love to know if today's episode has resonated with you. Please hit subscribe so you don't miss out on what's coming next. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So connect with me on Instagram or Facebook, YouTube. Kobi Olive Pollock is my handle. And I'd love to know, share with me what's a belief that has helped to shape your journey. And if you know a fellow mum who needs to hear this, send this episode her way, because together we can rise and we can hold it all.